Connecticut 1529, turn right 280, you can land runway 1 at Teterboro.
We can't do it.
Okay, which runway would you like at Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
I love that. We're going to be in the Hudson. Calm as all get out, right? Did you hear how just professional, calm, cool as a cucumber Captain Sullenberger was on that tape? He remained that way as he landed a commercial jet on water. A lesson for stimulus-pushing politicians in Washington who seem to be anything but calm right now. Well, Dave Ramsey thinks so. Dave joins us simulcasting for his hit radio show. You can see him on Fox Business Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Dave, it is interesting, huh? I mean, that guy had a lot more on his mind and was coolly able to go through it. A little bit of a lesson here?
Yes, he's competent.
Now.
Well, seriously. I mean, they look like the island of misfit toys down there again. They were doing the same screaming routine under George W. and carrying on and flopping on the floor and foaming at the mouth over there, like if we don't pass this massive $700 billion deficit, our $700 billion bailout plan, which obviously worked. I mean, we've seen everything change since they passed that, and if we didn't pass that, everything was going to come crashing down. I'm sorry, I read a little story when I was a kid, The Man That Cried Wolf, the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah, there's something to that. Would it make any difference, though, if they more calmly were signing up to this rescue? You know what I mean?
I guess it would give them credibility if they didn't have such a poor track record. It's a little hard to believe them. I mean, they just, I think they have good hearts in most cases. I just don't think they're competent, and their fear shows that. Sully lands that thing, belly first, nose up, and puts it in just like he's supposed to. Why? Because he's competent. He knows what he's doing. I was joking about that, but truthfully, we the people out here in America, the people calling in on my talk radio show, they don't have confidence in Republicans. They don't have confidence in Democrats because they're not. The results aren't there, and this rush to judgment stuff is scaring folks. It has a sense of panic, and desperate always reaps stupid.
Now, one thing, and you and I chatted about this in the past, but we remember those who do, not those who talk about what they're going to do. And very little has been done with these rescues, as you pointed out. Yet they keep talking about doing the same thing again. Is the message from the captain maybe get a new flight plan?
Yeah, it should be, and watch out for those geese. I mean, it's a problem. I mean, it's the exact same rhetoric we heard in the fall. We are going to put checks and balances. This money, we're going to watch over this money. And yet you've had Elizabeth Warren on, who's one of the watchdogs that was put by Congress in place to do this. They don't know where the money went. And she's asking them. She's asked them, posed 19 questions to them that they didn't even answer. They can't tell you where the freaking money went. And then they want us all out here in the fruited plain to be excited about them doing this again because it's the only way we're going to avoid a catastrophe. I'm sorry, we don't believe you anymore. You've lost credibility.
All right, but when Americans are polled on this subject, Dave, we had Scott Rasmussen at the pollster a little earlier, they think something should be done. They don't like this prescription. So is it an assumption that government is the answer, or just not this kind of government? What do you think of that?
Well, I think there's probably depending on who you poll and what their tendency is, whether they're about personal responsibility or whether they're about government leading their lives. And there's a split in America. There's a polarization in America on that. But I think
was it enough of a polarization that it changed with the election? In other words, more people were more open to more government than they had prior.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that's what I don't think that's what the vote for President Obama said. He thinks that's what it said, but I don't believe that because I'm talking to people in Texas and in Kansas, and I'm not just talking to Republicans. Our show's not a political show, so I get calls from liberals, I get calls from conservatives, and they were after hope is what they were after. That's what he sold. And that's how he was elected. And he did a fabulous job with it. And my hope for him is that he can inspire Americans and that becomes the thing that turns it around, not some mechanical monkeying down in the machine trying to get the machine to work. It's not going to work that way.
Dave, always good having you on, my friend. Continued success on radio and now, of course, on TV. Doing a good job. Thanks,
you too, sir. Thanks for having me.